Hi everyone, I wanted to welcome you guys to my YouTube channel. This will be the first video up on my new channel. And I just wanted to say, hey, I'm Shay. My Instagram will be linked down below. Go follow me on there. I post a lot more on there, but I will be posting a lot more on YouTube now that I have all the free time in the world since London went into lockdown 4 weeks ago today. With that being said, that's what this video is about. So this video is going to be aptly titled Lockdown / Self-Care and Anxiety Relieve. So this video will be to do with how to relieve the stress, anxiety and self-care tips that you can do during lockdown if you're struggling a lot like me. Although it doesn't look like that on Instagram. Instagram is the reason why I'm not struggling, because it's something to do, but we'll get into that. So just wanted to start off by saying none of this is easy at all for any one of us. Some people seem to be coping a lot better than others, and some people generally are coping a lot better than others. I struggle, as I put on my Instagram today, with no routine and not having a purpose to get up for. I really struggle. Although my purpose to get up is to live, I don't have a job, I don't have uni because of the lockdown. So that's something I'm really struggling with, is to get up every morning knowing that I'm going to be doing the same boring shit day in and day out for the foreseeable next week. Well, not next week, next few weeks. To you, my tips for coping with lockdown and all the self-care and anxiety relief that you can do for these tough times. So I'm going to start this video off with a lot of it being based on your phone, because I'm a millennial and I'm a Gen Z. I'm that cross between the two. I'm very much on my phone despite there not being much content out there. But then also practical and physical tips for stress and anxiety and self-care. So first one I'm gonna start off with is the Mood app, and I will put it up here somewhere. It's literally called Mood app. It's a purple app that you can find in the App Store. Do not know if it's available on Google or other app stores. Really amazing app that I discovered about 2 months ago, and essentially it's a diary. It is just a diary. So you log in and you can pin code protect it if you're going to put really personal stuff on there, and you log into the app and you can press the plus button and you'll enter a diary entry for today. You can do it multiple times a day, as many times as you want, and you pick an emoji. So the first thing you do is you'll go down along the bottom and it will say moods, and you pick a mood. And it's a bunch of different emojis essentially that represent moods, and pick one, pick as many as you want, pick all of them, but you have to pick at least one. And then you just type away at your heart's content anything that you want about your day, what you're feeling, just let it all out. I've had this and I've used it pretty much a couple of times a week, every week since February, and you'll be amazed to see the progress you make and look back on when you can kind of vent about your feelings and get it out in the open. You can then visualize and deal with some of your problems. So that is a good one I use. So this is for all my vagina having people out there. It is called Flow. Now Flow is very popular. I know Apple have their own cycle tracking system, and I did use that for a while, but I find Flow is a lot better for tracking more period symptoms. So essentially Flow is a period tracker, or a pregnancy tracker if you do end up getting pregnant or are trying to get pregnant. And you can track things such as your sex drive and masturbation, all the way down to your discharge and everything in between to do with your emotions and period symptoms such as backache, bloatedness, cravings. You can track it day by day. And then when you do start your period, you will track your period and the same symptoms throughout your period. And it provides knowledgeable insights into what's going on with your body at the time, as female reproductive is not taught very much in depth in the UK. So you kind of get told, this is your period, this is what happens, okay, cool. That's pretty much the extent of my period education, and I went to an all-girls school, and it adapts to you and kind of gives you reminders and insights, and you can just track to see if your period is regular or what's going on with your body, and just really get a reminder. Because if you're like me, I don't remember when my period is going to happen. It just happens and I go, oh yeah, shit. So that's a good one to kind of get those reminders when you're supposed to be due on to carry those essentials around you, so that you're not caught by surprise. And it just helps you to get to know your own body. They also have forums on there with sex tips, period tips, menopause tips, pregnancy tips. Any kind of tip that you want is in a forum in that app. So, and you can post and you can just read other people's. So go with the flow, literally. The one that I have been loving and using recently for about a month, maybe just under, it's called Shelfie. And I'm gonna link all of these here and in the App Store, apps relevant below. It's called Shelfie, literally Shelfie. And what it is a skincare tracker and log. So I get a lot of compliments on my skin. This is not it naturally, obviously I have makeup on, but my skin is fairly good without makeup on. But I do have my good and my bad days like everybody else. And this app has been really, really great at helping me get on top of my skincare and helping me, reminding me to do what on what days, because if you're anything like me, you've got a 10-step routine and you can't fucking remember a thing of it. So this app, you can literally enter every product with the steps that you're supposed to do it in, night and day, and it will give you a reminder. You can also have a mooch through other people's skincare routines as well. I find this app really, really basic, but really helpful. Like, it's just a really sleek design, and it will just remind you, like, it will go, time to log your skincare for today. Send a push notification through to your phone. Again, I don't know if any of these apps are available on other platforms because I am solely an Apple user. But if they are, then that's great. Just search the name of these apps and it should come up in your relevant Google stores. And then the last one is called Forest. So I've got a lot of friends who are at uni. This also works for me when I'm just trying to zone out and just do what I need to do. Ugh, itchy nose, septum struggles. It's called Forest. So essentially the idea of this app is that you plant a tree when you want to stay focused for a relevant period of time. So you can set that time as 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, an hour. If you just want to bang out some work, you plant a tree and you cannot come off that app, not to check a text message, take a phone call, check an app. You literally need to just be on that app. If you do go off the app, you kill the plant essentially, and you create a little forest, like a garden, hence it's called Forest. The more you do, the more your forest grows and is amazing, but you can kill them by not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So that is also a really good one. Apps aside now. So this is to do more on the anxiety side of things now. So that was very much self-care based. On the anxiety side of things, I've struggled with anxiety as long as I can remember, to be honest with you, but really badly since about year 8, year 9 in secondary school. My anxiety has been quite bad since the lockdown. I've had a couple of meltdowns, I've had a couple of cries with my mum that you take for granted and now suddenly gone, and you realise that it actually has a really big impact on your anxiety. So with that being said, here are some of my more practical tips for dealing with that. So I'm going to start with setting yourself a to-do list every day. Even if that to-do list, you write on that to-do list, have breakfast, fantastic. Even if you write on that to-do list, wake up, fantastic. Feeling like you've accomplished something, I've realised, in what I can only call a dystopian London, is amazing. So write everything on that to-do list. Even if you write put socks on, fantastic, because you're going to feel like you've accomplished something, even though it may seem like in the grand scheme of things nothing. Put everything that you want to do or need to do on that to-do list. Even if it is have breakfast, have a glass of water, oh my god, I must text my friend. Put it all on there, and trust me, the sense of accomplishment you'll feel is amazing, and it does help just mood lift and get you out of that kind of vegging out state. Like, do chill out, but if you're anything like me, I struggle without a routine. So even if I put, oh, I've organised my makeup brushes for today, that is an accomplishment for me, and it makes me feel a lot better. So that's a good one, to-do list. Another one would be walks. So going on walks in the UK, if you are watching this and you're in another country, I can't vouch for your country, but in the UK we are allowed out, and we are allowed to go out and get medicine, and we are allowed out for an hour of daily exercise a day, on your own or with people from your same household. So use your daily exercise to your advantage and help it really alleviate your anxiety. So kind of just go for a walk on your own, put your headphones in and just tune it up to the world. Go for a walk around your neighbourhood, go for a walk through the park, and just really zone out and take that time. Listen to a playlist. I've got a couple of playlists on Apple Music that I can link below if you are an Apple Music user. If not, then just listen to your favourite stress relieving podcast or playlist on Spotify, and just go for a walk and literally just get away from it all. If you don't want to be alone, FaceTime someone, call someone on that walk and just have a chat. It'll be like going for a walk in a park. Call your best friend, set up a time, be like, right, I'm going for a walk. Are you gonna go for a walk, or are you just gonna stay at home to your friend? And just talk, call and chat and have a catch up. And just talk about how things are and be frankly quite brutally honest with each other, because you're never going to make any progress if you don't tell anyone how you're feeling. So make sure you're telling people what's going on and all of that kind of stuff. And panic attacks, there's a number of things you can do to help them. You can't stop them once it's started. It's pretty much got to run its course. It's hard to feel in control of a panic attack when the whole basis of it is not being in control. So with that, there's a couple of tips I've got for people who do suffer panic attacks, because they are inevitable in a time like this. Fear of the unknown and such. So for me, hot or cold showers, depending on my mood and the weather outside or the type of panic attack I'm having, you know. So cold showers, it's the stimulus of that extreme heat or extreme cold that will really just help snap you out of it. And you can't snap out of it per se, but it will help bring the feeling of uncomfortableness out of it, because you're focusing now on the sensation on your skin. So hot or a cold shower, whatever works for you. In that shower, just use your favourite bath products. Really take time to look after yourself. Have a body scrub. Like, other one would be write it down, use the apps again. Just write it down physically. Like, sometimes I write in the apps, but that's not enough. Sometimes I need to see it and physically write it out with my hands. So that's also a really good one. And just talk to someone. If you're having a panic attack, trust me, talking is the best thing sometimes. Just make sure you're talking to someone. Honestly, in times like this, we all need a friend. You don't know who's struggling, so just reach out. And with that all being said, I would like to wrap up my video, and I hope some of these tips do help you. And if they do, leave a comment, let me know, DM me, message me if you're my friend, text me, great stuff. I'm quite an honest person, so if you are struggling and want any more tips or want me to explain further, send me a message. I'll post it on my story, keep you anonymous, and I can get a bit deeper into that. I'm just acutely aware that the clock is running quite long on my video, as I can see as I'm talking. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe and leave a comment and let me know what you want to see, and just DM me if it really did help you. So bye guys.